Ladies and gentlemen, in this session, one of the most important reforms we're asking for out of the legislature is to approve the creation of an independent transportation commission. This is the best way that I know to make sure transportation priorities always come before Montgomery politics. The House has passed this bill every year, but it always dies in the Senate. Well, this year the House has passed it again. I want to thank Representative Cam Ward for his leadership on this and getting it passed. I also want to thank the Speaker, who has been a huge supporter of this. I want to encourage the Senate now to at least get this out and get it on the floor for a vote. You know, Department of Transportation at one time was referred to as the cesspool of corruption. Today, it is a model for all agencies of government. For 3 years in a row now, Department of Transportation has received a perfect property audit. Joe and his staff have properly accounted for 34,000 items valued at $245 million. However, to me, the greatest benefit of the transformation that we've had in the Department of Transportation is that today we decide every project based on priorities. It takes politics completely out of the equation. What I want to do, and what I think the people of Alabama want to happen now, though, is for us to make this permanent. When you look at the success that we've had in the Department of Transportation over the last few years, we can't ever let it go back to the way it once was. And the best thing that we can possibly do is set up an independent commission that is run by professionals that will do whatever is necessary to make sure we get the best value for the Alabama taxpayer. Again, I want to thank Cam Ward. I want to thank him for his leadership. Ask him to come up now and say a few words.
Thank you, Governor. I think, as the Governor said, this is a reform effort that we've been all trying to take on for a pretty good while now. I think the last 4 or 5 years we've pushed this bill, and we've been successful in getting it out of the House, but we seem to keep just coming up a little bit short upstairs on the 7th floor, so hopefully this will be the year they take it on. You know, when you look around the country and you see the number of states increasing that have independent commissions, it just reinforces what the Governor says, and that is when you have something good going in your state, you want to maintain it. And the only way we're ever going to have real long-term planning and transportation projects and a real long-term infrastructure plan in our state is to have an independent commission that helps remove some of the politics from the process. Governor Riley said it best when he said, we have a DOT right now that runs as good as anybody else's in the country. But we haven't always had that record. We've had somewhat of a spotty record in the past. And I think this commission bill gives us an opportunity to carry on a tradition regardless of which administration is here in the governor's office. And I appreciate Governor Riley and all the support he's had for this bill, and also appreciate Commissioner Joe McInnes and the support the department's given on this bill. Had it not been for these folks, we wouldn't be where we are today. We wouldn't be nearly as far along as we are. So thank you all as well.
Thanks, Cam. If you look back and you look at the amount of awards that we have left over the last 2 or 3 years, you notice that basically we have gone up every year with essentially the same amount of money. That's because I think Joe McInnes has brought business principles to the Department of Transportation and has begun to make all decisions based on cost effectiveness and efficiency, making sure that we take care of our pockets where we have lost lives before. We have set priorities out there essentially without any political influence. It is a remarkable turnaround from where we once were, but again, it's something that I think that we need to make permanent, and the best way to do it is with the commission. I'm going to ask Joe to come up now and talk a little about what some of the other states are doing.
Well, thank you, Governor. Every state contiguous to Alabama has a commission. Most states, if not all, in the southeast have commissions. There are 56% of the states in the United States have commissions. So in terms of providing continuity and management at DOTs, many states and most states have gone to having a commission to manage their department, to hire the director and let he or she transcend administrations to keep these projects going. And a lot of them are very long-term projects, as you know. So rather than changing with administrations, these projects can continue and be completed in a more timely fashion. Planning is easier to accomplish with the commission to keep it out of politics. So there are many, many good reasons for it, as evidenced by the number of states that have gone to commissions. But we're literally watching every dollar every day. I look at this as my money and your money and my sweet mother's money, and all you have to do is manage it every day, and at least good things will happen. I'm not sure that happened before Governor Riley got here.